Why you created this album now and why Father's Day?
I created the album now because my baby is about to start school and I'm watching her kind of transition from being a little kid into a big little kid. And I feel like for the past 5 years of my life, I've grown tremendously in the area of fatherhood and being a parent. And I want to show people and be a voice for other people who are in a similar position as me to let them know that, hey man, we got to pat ourselves on the back. Things won't always be perfect, but the way that you might feel, the stress you might feel, the relief you might feel, the happiness, all the emotions, you know what I'm saying? We all experience that as fathers, and I feel like making an album dedicated to the subject of fatherhood was definitely something that in my heart I have wanted to do. I just wanted to be a good enough father at the point that I do it. Because when you first start, you don't know what you're doing. So I'm with my kid every day. I've had a lot of time to get to a point where I could say, I got something to talk about.
Okay. The story behind the project's name?
First String Father is the name of the. Basically, I guess I'll call it an EP because it's only 5 songs, but hey, being a daddy, every day you in the field, and I don't think that there's I don't think that anyone could say that I'm not present in my kid's life, and I take it very serious. And so being a first string father, I'm saying I'm out there, like it's part of my identity. I'm not just, you know what I'm saying, I don't just got kids that staying somewhere over here. My baby's under my roof and I'm there every day. I know what she eats, I know what she's wearing. I brush her hair, I brush her teeth, I'm reading her books. I'm involved in everything and every aspect of her life I'm involved in. First string father, not no second string. I'm starting.
What inspired the sound and style for this album?
Shout out to all the dope producers. Each song is produced by a different one of my partners. So I got my boy Save, I got Space, I got fucking Fogen, I got Doe School, and I got my boy Vert. Each one of them hard as hell in their own way, and I create a different style of music with each one of them, and I think that the sound of this album is very unique because each track is produced by a different producer. So I'm definitely inspired by their styles of production. You know, when I hear them beats and my mind starts running, I know which beat I'm gonna talk about this and which one I want to do about this. There's so many things I could have made a song about. I could have made 100 songs about being a father, but I'm glad I got good friends that are extremely talented, and I want to say that majority of the sound of the album, I gotta give the credit to, you know what I'm saying, my boys on the boards, getting busy.
How has being a father influenced the creative process?
Being a father influences my creative process. It's like a faucet. Like I don't even have to think about being creative when it comes to that. Like I just said, I can make a million songs about it. Every day is something new that I could talk about. So it's like, you know, it's like breathing. Like it's the easiest subject for me to talk about. It is my everyday life. Like it's no capping. There's no capping this. There's no exaggeration. It's just raw. So my creative process is just taking my everyday life, my everyday feelings, emotions, thoughts, problems, things that I enjoy, and just literally just saying them in a way where it rhymes. So it's the most natural creative process I could possibly have.
Alright, track 1.
Track 1 is the intro. It's called Super Dad, produced by my boy Save Twice. it might be the only song on the project that I could have just put it as a single, or I could have probably even added it to any project of mine. It's just a dope song, but what makes that song special to me is I I censored myself in the song. So I it might seem like I'm about to cuss, but I'm really not cussing. And the reason why I do that is because, oh yeah, there's no cuss words or profanity on this entire album, but on that song, it's very energetic. The beat is crazy, and it's not like superly really about being a dad, but it has a lot of elements of it too. Like the hook is basically how it feels to be a dad. I say I'm talking about how like I done did so many things and you ain't even thank me, and like sometimes that is like what being a dad is. It embodies being a dad is like I'm doing all the unspoken, picking up. I'm running through fire. I'm running on hot coals, and I'm not complaining about it. And I'm uplifting everything around me without hearing thank yous. Sometimes I ain't no regular daddy. Ask my baby mom. I'm a super daddy. So
Track 2.
Track 2. After the intro, track number 2 is called "Daddy's Tired," produced by my boy Space King. The beat is crazy. It's some gangster daddy type music. Once again, no profanity, and it's all about what is going on when nobody's around, and being a dad and having little kids. It's always want to run around, jump and play. Sometimes we just be tired. We be tired. I be having to tell my baby sometimes, I'm not trying to do that. I'm tired. Just let me sit for like 20 minutes and I get up and play with you later. And without trying to break her heart, sometimes we gotta do things when we're tired. But that song is literally all about like, once I lay you down in bed, I activate. I step out and disappear into the night, and I do what I gotta do. And I'm putting in work. I might be with you all day, so I ain't getting done. I'm not in the studio. I'm not shooting videos. I'm not running around getting some money. I'm taking care of you first. But once you close your eyes and you drift off and fall asleep, daddy turns up. And that's what that song is all about. That's an anthem for all the daddies that hustle so hard that their kids might never even see them sleep. Because by the time they wake up, I'm waking up too. So that song means a lot to me. I know that you want to play. I'm sorry, baby. Daddy's tired. Wake up, find me on the couch. That means I've been out all night.
Track 3.
Track 3, after Daddy's Tired, is Girl Dad. So Girl Dad is self-explanatory. The title says everything about it. It's I'm a girl dad. I don't got a son. So when you are a girl dad, you can't even help but grow this different side of you that's I can't really put words to. It's a song for, once again, it's like an anthem basically, like for all the girl dads out there. I love my daughter loves me, and I know one day she's gonna look back at me and she's gonna remember her daddy. Like they say, a daddy is a daughter's first love, you know what I mean? And I feel that in my life. And so I'm blessed to be a girl dad, and that song, I'm just going through all the things that I do on a daily basis being a girl dad. Like I've had to have tea parties and dress up dolls and do all type of stuff that normally I would never see myself doing. And at the end of the day though, like it's no better feeling in the world than to just play with your child and make them happy. And so I've changed a lot. My daughter has changed my life a lot simply by just being a girl. Feel me? Shout out to all the girls. Shout out to all the girl dads out there. I'm a girl dad, probably got the most important job. So track 4 is called Stop Yelling. Stop Yelling might be one of the best songs I've ever made. Regardless of project, regardless of genre, it's gonna be something that if you're a parent, whether you're a mom or a dad, when you listen to it, it's gonna hit you in your heart and your soul. I'm somebody that my whole life I've been getting in trouble. My whole life I've been an aggressive person. My whole life I've had a temper and anger issues, and being a parent is something that has forcibly made me calm myself down, or at least attempt to get better at calming myself down. But we all mess up. We parents, we ain't perfect. And so one thing that bothers me the most in my life is losing my cool and raising my voice. I will never forget the first time I seen my daughter cry because I raised my voice at her. So it's a song that basically is just like, I'm trying to stop yelling, you know? And it's not easy, and it's something that I struggle with, not every day, but every week probably, you know, and like I never feel good about it after I'm doing it. So I felt like it would be something that would resonate in a lot of parents, especially dads, because we the ones that's supposed to be, you know, they use us like we the battle axe, you know, we gotta come and put BTA, you feel me, and it don't always make us feel good on the inside. And while I believe in discipline, I'd rather have a good time. Shout out to Kitty. Stop Yelling, track 4, produced by Doe School. I'm saying the hardest cook on the planet. Track number 5 is the last song. It's called I'm Your Dad, produced by Fojan, Young Jewel. Shout out my brother from another mother. This song is actually a song that I made maybe like 2 years ago. So I've, you know what I'm saying, I've remastered it since then, but it's the first song that I ever made specifically about my daughter. So if you're a parent, if you're a dad, when you listen to that song, you'll probably see your child the way that I'm talking about seeing mine. It's just a song that's basically like talking about how much my daughter means to me, how much she's changed my life, and how important I know I am in my role of being a father to her. Yeah. One day I might not be by your side, but I always have your back because I'm your dad.
Could you give me an example of one track you may have struggled with emotionally or creatively throughout your 5 songs with this project?
I don't really feel like I struggled with anything creatively or emotionally, but I will say, like I was saying about track number 4, Stop Yelling. Stop Yelling. Like, I damn near cried every time I made one of these songs, every one of these songs, except for like the first 2, because they're pretty turnt. But all the other ones are very like heartfelt, and like, you know, you gotta be willing to put your feelings out there to make this type of music. And so it brought out a lot of emotions in me, and I had to dig deep into myself and talk about things that some people might say is vulnerable of me, or some people might just be uncomfortable really even expressing that they actually feel this way. But somebody gotta talk about it, because I know other people feel the same way. And so putting yourself out there and then, you know, we just like we humans, so we make mistakes, and sometimes hearing from another person that they struggle with this too can begin the process of learning how to, you know what I'm saying, resolve or get better at something you might not be doing very well at. And so I made sure that I made a song talking about what bothers me, and what I struggle with the most as a parent, because I want other people to listen to it and let them know, like, hey man, it's okay, and at some point cut yourself some slack and try to find like the right moment in time for you to begin working on yourself. We're always working to get better. We want our kids to keep growing and getting better. We focus on our kids so much that we stop focusing on ourselves, but we gotta get better too. Don't ever stop, you know what I'm saying, trying to improve the type of parent that you are.
Are there any sort of hidden messages or anything that your listeners should be looking out for through your tracks this time around?
If you are a dad and you are not in your kid's life the way that you should be, the way that you're supposed to be, you need to get to it. Deadbeat daddy's worst nightmare. Don't cry about what, if maybe you got problems with your baby mama, maybe you this, that, and the third, who knows what's going on. Maybe you got your own problems and that prevents you from being able to be around your kids. Figure it out because, hey, these kids need us. These kids don't just need to be with their mama, they need their daddy. And they don't need a regular daddy, they need fathers. They need fathers that care and that are present. It's a reason why there's two parents. You gotta have both of them. Otherwise, you're just hurting them. And one day, they're gonna be grown, and that's gonna be the thing that they wish that they had. And I don't ever want to feel that feeling, and I don't want my child to ever feel that feeling. And I don't want nobody that I care about to have to go through that either. So the only message is, if you a dad, be a dad.
So you already touched on this in a personal sense, but we are going to ask again what fatherhood means to you personally. So from outside of music, personally, what does it mean to you?
Being a father means that I'm teaching logic. I'm putting you in uncomfortable positions so you can learn how to be comfortable being uncomfortable. I will be the first one to tell you when you're doing something wrong, and I will be the first one to tell you when you're doing something right. When you fall, I'll tell you pick yourself up. Every now and then I might pick you up too. When you cry, I'm going to tell you you're okay. I'm going to hug you when you need a hug, and I'm going to kiss you when you need some love.
So tell us a little bit about a defining moment that shaped you to become the father you are today.
I dropped my baby one time. I didn't drop her, but I placed her on top of an airplane wing at a museum to take a picture of her. It had rained the day before. She slipped off of this plane wing that was about the same height as my head, smacked her face on the pavement, and busted her lips open, chipped her tooth. She was screaming. I picked her up. I freaked out so bad I didn't know what to do. I ran to my car. I called my mom. I drove straight to my mom. She's screaming, crying the whole time. I was so scared that she got hurt, like really, really, really bad. And I was crying. And when I got to my mom, my mama took care of her, passed her up. I have no idea how she didn't like break anything or whatever. Like, but I guess when babies they're little, their bones are soft or whatever. So she absorbed the impact on her face. But I after all of the chaos calmed down, my mama said something to me, like very simply, like it's okay, and without being deep or anything like that, it just struck me like I felt like I put my baby's life in jeopardy, and just to do something like to take a picture, and it was like the first time in my life that I was like truly scared. Like I almost made like an unfixable mistake, and it just made me just never ever want to see her, put her in a position like that again, or just be negligent to what could happen or what. And so without being like a helicopter parent or whatever, I'm always like hyperly aware of everything that's going on in her life. And I feel like I became a better father after that because I'm always looking out for her best interests, and I'm always making sure that I see every possible outcome of whatever situation, scenario that I'm in. Shout out to my baby. She's almost at the age where she's about to lose this tooth. You can't even really tell it's chipped anymore because she's probably chewed a lot of stuff. It's filed its way back to normal. But yeah, she fell hard. It hurt me more though.
What are some of the challenges you faced while balancing making music and being a dad?
I'm not gonna lie. I can't even tell people like enough. Like, bruh, my baby sliding with me everywhere. She's going to the studio, she's going to video shoots. She ain't never nowhere dangerous. If she's not with me and I gotta do something, I'm getting it done. If she's with me and I gotta do something, she's coming with me. She's coming with me. I balance it like I'm Clark Kent. You feel me? Super dad. No excuses. And guess what? My baby loves music. She knows whenever the mic got the red thing on it and on the computer to be quiet. And she loves being in front of a camera. Shout out to my baby.
What legacy do you hope that this project leaves behind for your listeners?
I only want people to listen to this and know that you are not alone. I can't say that enough. I want people to listen to this and hug their kids and love them even more. And I want people's kids to listen to this and love their dads, because this whole project, me and my baby jam out to every one of these songs. There's no cuss words. It's family friendly. It don't matter if you're 2 years old or 20 years old or 80 years old. When you listen to this, if you're a dad and you have children, because you got to be a dad you got to have children to be a dad. If you are a dad, no matter what, when you listen to this, you're going to feel something inside of you.
What message did you want to leave for fathers and or children listening and or watching this interview?
No one is perfect. Your parents are trying really, really hard. You might not see it, but we are working hard on ourselves and we are working for you. And being a parent has made me appreciate my parents even more and forgive them, and also being a whole lot more empathetic. And because when you transition from being a kid to being a parent, you just realize, dude, at one point our parents were just kids and they were just learning and nobody was teaching them. They're trying to figure it out. So have empathy and love your kids, and if you're a kid, love your parents. First String Father is going to be available on every platform. Search it up. First String Father. You're going to see that little lowercase e next to it. Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you listen to music, it's going to be there. Follow me on Instagram. We're going to drop all that in the comments or whatever. Yeah, subscribe on YouTube.